G'day. This week we're off to some stations. I wanted to give you a flavour of what it's like staying on a station. So I stayed at 3 stations, started off at Nalbarra, then went to a place called Melangata, called in to see a meteorite crater, and then went to Joker's Tunnel, and then from there to Mellenbye. And Mellenbye, whoa, what a place. So lots to tell you about. Let's go. Camp by the shearers' quarters. It's really quite an amazing thing. Can just kind of imagine in your own mind the shearers have just got out of, well, they've probably been out of bed for ages. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. They've headed off to the shearers' shed, and as you can see there's seven of the machines ready to go to start shearing those sheep. You'd hear a real commotion as their dogs and the people are bringing all the sheep in to get shorn. So a lot of action, and I think round about in the 1970s it was big time. As you can see up there, there's 1999, Dell was a hero or a legend or something, so he must have done a fair few. It's a bit hard to see, but the guy next to him as well in 1989 had broken some sort of a record around here. But beautiful area, definitely well worth seeing. Love the idea of the station, that even though this is not a particularly working station, it's just great to be here. You can hear the birds. The sheep are at the moment just kind of wandering around aimlessly. See the real little tiny lambs. Yeah, it's a great place, and the flies are just waking up out of bed. If you wanted to cast a scene from something like the Sullivans back in the 50s or the 60s, I don't think you would need to change anything in this kitchen. It's just fantastic. Yeah, there's very few things that need to be changed. Although the stove's not working, and that really, really old stove, that is just a classic. Yep, there's very few things in here to give it away the fact that it's 2022. I'm not sure if this is actually an Australian invention, but it really takes me back to back in the day. This little clip thing here, so when you open the door, see that little thing? It reminds me of my auntie's house, and which was pretty old. Good morning. It's the crack of dawn as usual. It is quite early, and you can see the sun starting to stream through here. I'm inside the old shearers shed, and there's 7, I don't know what they call them, but where the shearers put the sheep between their legs and pull down the cutter and start taking the wool off. So there's 7 of those set up. Then over in the shearers' quarters, there's, from memory, I think 16 different little rooms, and they were obviously the accommodation for the shearers. Well team, I'm on my way to another station to have an overnight stay at a station. And on my way, there is this crater which has been created by a meteorite quite a long time ago. So I thought you might like to have a bit of a look at it, check it out. So let's go. As you can see, it's called Dalgaranga Meteorite Crater. And as I said, it's pretty small by comparison of all of the other meteorites that have hit Australia. The smallest meteorite crater in Australia is called Dalgaranga, which is this one, 21 metres in diameter. Do without those flies. I'm staying at a place called Melangata Station. This station, the campground, is massive. I reckon you could easily probably have 100 caravans here and you really wouldn't be on top of each other. But you've literally got park wherever you want. If you get the opportunity, please support them, that'd be great. I'm going to try and get through as many stations as I can within a few days, just to give you a bit of a taste of each one of them. Oh, they've got an historic house here, so I'll take a couple of photos of that and you can get the flavour of it. But yeah, it's huge. Standing in front of Melangata Homestead, absolutely gorgeous place, well designed, interesting design. So the architect, who used to be a priest, studied architecture, and one of the when he eventually got over to this area, he became friends with a particular builder, and they come up with this design here. And the other amazing thing they've got is on the other side of the house, they've got a turret. So we seem to think that what happened was the owner wanted a castle, and it's not even relevant. Don't worry about it. There's a turret. If you're a little bit over caravanning or rooftop tenting or just even tenting and you get yourself over here, not a bad idea to treat yourself to one of the cottages. In there they've got comfy beds, they've got the mosquito net that goes over the top. Or if you want to go to the next level, there's glamping. And here you can see inside one of the glamping tents. So if you want to just move away from that, or just do something completely different. Well, check this out. This is the cookhouse. Over here we've got the old-fashioned oven, and throughout here it's basically the full setup. So the shearers come and sit in the bench seats here, and obviously unlikely they would have had the plastic ones there, but they would have again had something similar to over here. And they would probably, depending on how many shearers they had, they might have 2 settings for the meals, because there'd be probably a lot of guys around. In 1894, William Nottle found some gold just here, and he called his lease Yalgoo Joker. Then there was a whole lot of other leases, and they all took the names from card games like euchre and poker and so on and so forth. And he was so excited, and the gold he found was really rich. I mean, really rich. I'll give you the details of how many kilograms per kilogram of dirt, but we're talking about a lot of gold. However, that was just an initial find. After that, they decided to build a tunnel. That's the little one here behind me. I think it goes about 100 metres, and it's all dug by hand and a little bit of explosives. Obviously, it took them ages and a lot of blood, sweat and tears. However, there was nothing there. So it's now, this is now called Joker's Tunnel, just near a little township called Yalgoo. And apparently a lot of bats in there. So let's go and check it out. I've just turned off the main road onto the, I think it's about 7 kilometres of dirt road on the way to Mellenbye Station. It feels good. I really like the idea that, so they've got a sign up here just behind me, and what it's saying about the station, about the prices of everything, so you know exactly where you're at before you get down there. I love that idea. And it also, on another sign over there, it says these are the months that we're open and closed. So just in case you hadn't done hadn't made a reservation, then you'll know you've got a chance or you haven't got a chance. I'm standing next to this monster truck that we all came out to the lake to have a little bit of a fire and a couple of drinks. And this is one of the added extras if you wanted to add that to your little holiday here at the station stay. It gives you an idea of just how big this truck is. I'm standing up on the ground, and then probably another metre and a half above to the area. In here, the engine is what they call a 454 big block. That's a big engine. And well, also you can see how big the tyres are. This thing is massive. Well, there you have it, a handful or a taste of some stations here in WA. The area is called Murchison Gascoyne, so if you want to look it up, you'll get a kind of a spattering of some of the stations that are available. I hope you found the video useful and or helpful and or entertaining. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you think it's worth sharing, that too would be great. Until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off.